Every time I see him, he's always got that signature smile on his face.
Like, wow, I've never seen such a, like, well put together young man before.
Like, I went to LA and like Aiden drove like an hour away to pick me up, and also like we hung out in K-Town, and then he like drove me back an hour, and then it took like 2 hours to get back to his apartment. Aiden, you're one of like the most like amazing, generous, like kindest, joyful, and like just very like lives in the image of God.
And then I learned that like you were writing a really long paper when you prayed for me that first time, and you didn't really reveal that stress to me, but rather you took on my burdens. I think that's just who you are as a person, and I really, really appreciate that about you. And you were that from the very first moment that I met you up until now, and that you will continue to be so in the future, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm really grateful for you.
She's not only like done a lot of things, but she's really chill about all the things that she's done, and like none of that phases her because she is just like she knows where her priorities lie, and they lie with the Lord.
I think Becky is one of the most, if not the most, headstrong person that I know. And I say headstrong not as in like stubborn or like wanting to get their way, but I think she braves through a lot of different things without phasing or without even appearing to phase. And she's really fun.
You would always tell me the truth and tell me not what I want to hear, but what I need to hear. But also you've given me so much confidence.
I really admire and value her honesty and her straightforwardness.
One time I walked into Becky practicing TikTok dances inside the library at STM.
I just remember like just even during like her testimony, I was like also struck by how much she's like just gone through, and like how she's just even still been able to like keep this like sense of humor and like bubbliness.
Becky is my queen. Becky is my queen.
I don't have any imitations. Sorry. If I could sing as well as her, maybe.
I just know that Catherine's got like the cat eye glasses, you know?
For whatever reason, I had like a series of heavy boxes that I didn't know how to carry, and lo and behold, I run into Catherine, and she just volunteers to help me carry all of them. Yeah, all the way back from Whitney Avenue to Brantford College.
When I saw her, I thought she was very put together. I don't know, I think I just had an impression like, oh, she's a senior who knows what she's doing. I really appreciate that Catherine is so open and honest about her feelings.
I'm really glad that I got to be real with her and talk to her about like wrestling really hard questions regarding career and faith, and just like how to be faithful in career. And I feel like she, like even when we didn't talk for a really long time, she was still really supportive.
I hope God continues to show you things in your life that you need to prune, but also that He would show you the really wonderful fruits that He's bearing through you. Yeah, we'll miss you.
So I met Chris Kim because we were partners for a Christmas party my first year. I felt like I had to kind of do the work of putting the costume together, so I was like, who is this guy? He's kind of forced to sing Happy Birthday by our teacher, who kept bragging that he's really good at singing. She made him sing Happy Birthday for me and one other person, and he remembered the other person's name, but he forgot mine.
You've made me cry before. Really, really good tears.
But over the past 4 years, I'm really thankful that I've gotten to know Chris more deeply as a friend and as a brother. And to me, he's someone whose personal commitment, I think, to holiness and walking blamelessly before God has really encouraged me in my personal walk with God.
I remember my first impression of you was seeing you sing at a Living Water concert, and my mind was just blown at what an amazing singer you are, and it's been such a gratifying experience to learn that there's an even better human being behind that voice.
My imitation of him, he did this dance for me on my birthday, and I'm just gonna try to imitate him.
My first impression of Dylan was, wow, like wondering how to pronounce his last name.
This guy makes my list of top 5 funniest people in UCW. That ability to spark joy and laughter in people's lives is one that I really, really admire and I'm thankful for.
Dude, I love the way that you read scripture with such, like, gravitas. Like, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son.
You've been incredible at, I think, making your time here at UCW felt. Your love and your fun energy and spirit is always appreciated, and I'm really gonna miss that.
Man, even though home is tough, that you continue to have faith and rely on God, and know that we are here for you, and we're gonna, be here for you in all the ways that you've been here for us.
I do hope that wherever life takes you after this, that God will continue to use you in the amazing ways that He has used you here.
To me, she's very much like the younger sibling who's super, super, super cool and overachieving, like way cooler than the older sibling could ever be.
First impression of Yujin, she's a Pokemon master.
But she's got that kind of like, I don't want no scrubs, like I know my value, I know my worth, I'm not here to play. But then you find out that she totally is here to play because Yujin is a huge hooligan, and I have so many fond memories.
I think it's been a real blessing and joy to have known her and to be able to passionately talk about basketball with her and to have heard her testimony every year for the past 3 years because it only gets better every time.
I still can't believe you played basketball with Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. I don't remember who it was.
And I just know like she'll be able to just have such like a sense of humor and also just be able to really just impact like the people around her just as she has with me in just like such a short time.
Like every single time you gave your rosebud thorn in God Pod last year, I feel like we all had a really good laugh. And I think you just make really good insights and you aren't afraid to make your voice heard. So I encourage you to continue asking those tough questions and continue searching for that truth in your life.
When you get what you want, but not what you need.
I thought that Eunice was like a first year in Berkeley, and so I just like asked her, I grabbed my food, went to the table, I said, hi, are you in Berkeley? And she was like, no. I was like, are you a first year? She was like, no.
She was someone who was like quite small, but like had a really bright smile that like lit up the room, and I was instantly drawn to her.
I just got that vibe from her. She seems really nice.
Thanks for buying me Chipotle when I was a little first year.
I really enjoyed like running to you in the dining hall, having spontaneous meals and hangouts, and just like chilling in our suite. And you're so like kind-hearted and diligent, and smart, and also really like fun to talk to.
There aren't many people who, like, when I tell them my problems, will really try to solve them and make me feel not only heard but cared for, and you're definitely one of those people.
So I am going to miss you a lot. Thank you for listening or talking to me about MCDP or just my life, being such a great listener every time we talk.
Especially working with you in hospice. You're an amazing leader, and so I wish you the best as you embark on your post-grad journey. Thank you so much.
Dang, this guy is really smart.
He likes Ivy, so I was immediately sold.
I didn't really get the opportunity to meet you before your reputation preceded you, but what a good reputation, because everyone had the best things to say about you, and I was super excited to get to know you better. But that's a secret. I was very excited to get to know you.
You're a loving, caring, kind, humorous, and any good adjectives I would just add on.
And for some reason, we started talking in British accents, and then every time we saw each other after that, we hadn't even talked that much, or we still didn't know each other that well, but every time we saw each other, we would just talk to each other like this.
Something that I really admire about Inkyuth is that he treats reflection and meditation and just thinking in general like any other skill, which is to say something that needs to be practiced. And that is definitely something that Inkyu does and does well.
A haiku for Inkyu. Cute smiles and wiggles, always converging inward. Inkyu Chum, my friend.
And so I just want to thank you for just like the opportunity of meeting you, for being my friend, and I hope that this is not a bye, but a see you soon, because I will miss you. You know, sometimes I think I'm Jess the mess, but then I look at Jessley and I'm like, maybe not. Just kidding.
I don't remember the first time I saw you, so I can't tell you my first impression of you. But it probably went something like this. Oh, she's my frosh pod leader.
And more than that, she is an incredible sister and friend. I think that her love for people is actually boundless, and she has never fronted, never one to fake her love and care for you.
You are such a beautiful person inside and out. I am so grateful for you and your presence in my past year plus has been so impactful.
Throughout my semester, although it was a little short, she was always a dependable senior that I could always go to for help, advice, just anything.
I think there are so many stories to pick from, and there's one in particular that unfolded during FNH. I did the human saxophone, and then you tried to copy me. I won't imitate what you did.
Thank you so much for being willing to disciple me this year. I'm really glad that I got to walk this year with you, and I've learned so much through our weekly meals.
Michelle, I see the effort you put into all you do, and I think it's really glorifying to God.
She was super eager and enthusiastic to get to know people and to start a conversation. And I see that same love and curiosity about people in her like now. And I appreciate so many things about Michelle. And there's so many things that I think I'll really miss about her.
You were so logical and empathetic. You're very empathetic, and when listening to all of my just like really small downs but also big downs, I'm just so grateful to have had you there with me, just pulling me back in when I'm like sort of venturing out of line.
I just want to let you know that you've been such an encouragement to me in the ways that you continue to serve, even when you're burnt out, even when you feel disillusioned and cynical. Like, you continue to show us all so much grace and so much love. So thank you, Michelle, and love you. All the best.
My favorite memory was probably splitting apples together at a winter retreat.
And I've just been really moved by how willing he is to just drop everything and listen when I had something on my mind or when something was stressing me out.
Yeah, I think he doesn't hesitate when there is an opportunity to help someone. We were in Korean class together, and he would do the dishes like after every single language table on Fridays. And no one wants to do the dishes on a Friday afternoon after just eating a bunch of Korean food. But yeah, I think Nick always steps up to do something that other people don't want to do.
You're just an amazing friend to me, and I feel like I can just text you whenever I want to, and know that you won't judge me, and that I feel really accepted.
You were so accepting of me being vulnerable in a way that I really appreciated.
Thank you for all the wisdom you've imparted to me. It's truly been a blessing to get to know you. When you make it out big in Silicon Valley, be sure to hit me up. I'm always down for those bubble tea deep conversations. Yeah, best of luck, Nick.
My first impression of you was like in middle school. I remember you being like the coolest girl in the 8th grade, and I was like, wow, I want to be friends with Rebecca.
It was 2010 at Portola Middle School, my first day of 6th grade, and I remember it was lunchtime and I was sitting in the lunch area with some of the other girls I had met, and she came over with her posse of cool 7th grade girlfriends, and she was like, hi, like, what are your names? times. And I just remember her being really nice and bubbly and extroverted.
Rebecca was always there for me, and it's just something that I'm super eternally grateful.
You have a gift for making people feel heard and accepted.
You have a way of just being with people and sitting with them in their sadness that is really special and has personally helped me so many times.
And you embody such a warm, energetic spirit that like whenever I think of you, like I can't help but smile.
But I will say that she's a really strong person, and I really look up to the way that she always puts other people before herself.
I just want to thank you for being my friend. We want to congratulate you on graduating, and I'm gonna miss you a lot.
Something that is so Sarah, like everyone else will probably say this too, but your laugh.
Oh my god.
Hi guys. What's good?
Sarah is also fierce and she is powerful.
Grabbing boba with you in the fall is really fun. I remember just like the advice that you gave was so spot on.
I really value her thoughtfulness and her consideration for other people's feelings and needs.
Sarah Lee, I think, does not need to worry about not being perfect because she is already so wonderful and like so courageous and so full of love.
I just want to let you know how much I really respect and look up to you, Sarah, and appreciate everything you've done for this community, even more as I'm looking ahead to senior year and I see the ways that you carried yourself with grace and poise.
Sarah, I love you. Thank you for being God Pod with me this semester and for, I guess, convincing me to join. Lots of love.
So my first impression of Shu was that she is literally, like this girl is literally in every CS club that I'm in.
I actually got to know Shu better through like CS 50.
She's so smiley. She smiles so brightly. She felt very like big sistery. Yeah.
Your smiles and your star earrings.
This past year I've gotten to know Shu a lot better through God Pod, and yeah, I think she's just someone who never fails to brighten up my day. She's always smiling, always enthusiastic, always joyful, and you can always count on her to be really, really caring and thoughtful.
I've always admired and appreciated your joy and optimism. You just really brighten whatever space that you're in and make the people around you feel very comfortable and happy.
Shu has just been like a person that I've just been able to just ask like very difficult questions to, and also like have that like open discussion where I don't feel ashamed. She's just gonna do so many amazing things, and I'm just so excited for her. You're so amazing, Shu.
Somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far. I guess I'm proud, and I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars. I've been around. I felt some pain. I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone.